Hello, and welcome to Business Life with Kimmi. How are you all doing, my business bosses? Hello to those who will watch the replay and those who will listen on the podcast when it comes out. How is everyone doing? And again, I'm referring to you as business bosses because that's what I want you to be. Some people take offense at the term boss and they say you should be the CEO, you should be this and that. At the end of the day, you are the CEO, you are the boss, you are the purchaser, you are the accountant. When you are self-employed, you are the it. And you've come to the right channel for all things self-employment, all things trying to learn how to start your business. I am Kimmi. I've been successful at starting several. Hey, welcome. Starting several YouTube channels. I actually have 3 of them. I love business, all things business. So we're going to talk a little bit about today how to start a business while working 9 to 5. While working 9 to 5. That is a dream of many people, to start their own business while they're working 9 to 5. A lot of times, especially on Mondays, is when most people are like, you know what, I'm going to do something different. Because somehow Mondays is the worst day to go to work. That's the worst day. And for some reason, your boss always get on your nerves on Monday morning. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to give you some tips, though, how to start your business, even though you are working a 9 to 5, because I had to start my business while I was working. My business that I'm doing now, being full-blown entrepreneur, I had to start it when I was working at the hospital, which is my background. Banking and working at the hospital is my background. And I decided I want to get into social media and be a content creator of all things. So it fell into my lap. I love all things business related, as I was saying earlier. So I know it can be challenging, especially if your heart is so passionate and you really want to do your business, but yet you got to go to this 9 to 5. You have to go meet the bills, right? The light gas got to be paid, light gas, car payment, everything still needs to be paid while you want to live your dream. So you cannot, most people just quit their 9 to 5. I did not just quit my 9 to 5. So we'll talk about some things to do to start your business while you're working 9 to 5. I'll actually even talk about tonight a few things to help you see when you're ready to quit your 9 to 5. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit too. So let's get right into it. So some things to think about when starting your business, even though you're working 9 to 5, is first, be passionate about what you want to do. If it's something that you truly love doing, it won't be hard. And I know you hear that all the time, but seriously, it has to be something you enjoy doing. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, you have to eat it, sleep it, breathe it, love what you're doing. If you're doing it just for the money, it will not work. You might as well stay at your W-2. So first of all, be passionate about what you're doing, okay? The second thing I'm going to tell you is to do some research about what the industry is prior to getting started, okay? You really need to dig deep and see, is it something that you can do while you're working your 9 to 5? Let's be real, okay? If you're working a 9 to 5 and you want to go start a business that requires you to be out when everybody else, the same 9 to 5 hours that you're working, that might be challenging. But most of us are starting businesses that people can call us after hours. For example, a cleaning business, or if you even want to do hair on the weekends, if you want to do nails on the weekends, or anything like that. A lot of things we want to do, we can start it right on the weekend. So find out what the needs of are the clients that you're looking for, and you probably can work it around your business. So some tips regarding that is, like, for my job, before I actually left my job and started doing it full time, I'm a notary in my other full-time business. So what I do when I was at work, I would actually take appointments that I knew I could facilitate either after I got off work, or tried to make those appointments for the weekend to get my business started. Okay, so that's a tip for you today. As you're building your business, especially if it's a service-based business where you're supplying something that someone needs, try to schedule it when you're off work, after hours. So you get off at 5, your first appointment might be at 6. And your grind is going to be serious when you're first starting. It's no doubt about it. When you're first starting your business, the grind is real. The struggle is real, because you have to, like I said earlier, meet your other demands, but yet you're passionate and you have this dream and you want to be your own boss. And it's not as easy as it looks sometimes. You usually come on the end of seeing people, they created their businesses, they're successful, et cetera, et cetera. And now it's like, I want to be just like them when I grow up. But it takes work. So I would really recommend, like I said, try, as you're building your business, try to make the appointments for the weekend. make the appointments for the after you get off work. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Make sure you can schedule it around. Sometimes you work at home. Can you run out and do an appointment? Okay, these are the few other tips. While you're working at your 9 to 5, or you're doing something else service-based, you might be able to run out and do an appointment, schedule it around your lunchtime just to get started. Okay. Another thing you might want to do is make sure you have a good business plan. And again, that's all going back to preparation. You cannot just start the business and then say, oh, I'm going to just do A, B, and C. No, you got to strategically plan it. So like I already knew my schedule basically, especially if you know your schedule. So like I knew my schedule at work. Again, I would have to work around my schedule. And that means I would work my side business that turned into my real business after work, or schedule it on the weekends. All right. Hey, welcome. So we're talking today about how to start your business even though you're working a 9 to 5. Okay. And then the next thing I have here is you want to really be aware of your time management. And sometimes when I talk about time management, I'm not just talking about, again, scheduling. Now I'm talking about the nuts and bolts of it. Your friends may be out partying on the weekend and you're trying to start a business. You're not partying on the weekend. Not for a while. You're doing what we call get your grind on, okay? Get your hustle on. So you're not going out every weekend. Now, I'm not saying you cannot ever go out, but what I am saying is that you have to be very strategic. Because if I have a chance, sometimes even for me and my business, even now, because I'm a service-based business being a notary, when they need me, they need me. So somebody else might be at a party, but I have to take my bag with me. Always have your supplies with you too, especially, again, being service-based. As they need me, I have to go. So that might mean I'm at a dinner. And for example, my mom was in the hospital, and I've had several times, actually, my family members were in hospitals, and I had my notary bag with me. I run downstairs, the client meet me at the hospital, and I would do the job. So always be ready. If a client did call you, if it's a haircutting appointment, if you're going to be a barber, again, always have your supplies with you because you might be able to be mobile and go do the job, especially as you're starting your business. It's not all going to work out perfectly, but you have to get in the habit of doing a little extra, okay? You have to get in the habit of doing extra. Being an entrepreneur means working more diligently. You actually outworking other people most of the time, okay? So again, time management means managing yourself so you can actually go do the business that people are hiring you for, or that you want to eventually be your real business.